guy's working on me. He's pretty funny, actually. He says some funny stuff. This guy working for me said he put a yard of mulch in his Jetta. He said he folded the seats down, put it down a tarp, and put a yard of mulch in his Volkswagen Jetta and mulched his house. That's pretty hilarious, honestly. Tube off. Let's get this tube out. Don't play with that. Let's get this tube out. So we rented this 5-yard Finn mulch blower. I've rented the 2-yard blower before and it was terrible. It clogged up constantly. It didn't work. It basically did not work at all. They told me it was because of the mulch not being fine enough, but I mean, it should be able to handle double shredded, but it was clogging up constantly. So I wasn't playing around on this job. I went ahead and bought triple shredded mulch, which was $8 more a yard. And I bought 24 yards to start with and ended up having to get another load. But mainly, so it's just me and this other guy. And I got him running the nozzle on this, and my job is basically to keep that nozzle blowing mulch, which consists of dragging hose, filling the hopper, pulling the truck up, making sure there's fuel in it, making sure everything's working and not clogging or doing anything weird. So needless to say, it's kind of a lot for one guy to do. And I pretty much had to do all that and make sure that, you know, he's not dragging the hose, because you can't really spray good. The whole secret behind this thing working right is you got to have someone backing up your nozzle guy, or he can't get a good angle. It's all about the angle that you take when you're spraying this stuff. If you have it too horizontal, it'll blow. You want it to be kind of perpendicular to the ground. You want it to kind of shoot down at the ground. So I got my Cat 252 here. It's been running pretty good. Over the winter it was throwing the parking brake on for no reason constantly one night, but it didn't do it throughout this job at all. But I probably, I don't know, I'm gonna try to run this thing as much as I can to get it to redo that problem again, but it probably won't reproduce it until I'm out there snowplowing at 3 a.m. So, this machine's running good though. I brought this instead of the little Bobcat or the track machine because it's got the biggest bucket and it's just easier running hand controls. I really don't even like my old Bobcat anymore with the levers, you know, the big levers to make it go. Joysticks are way better in my opinion, and you don't have to throw your arms forward and back as far, and you can kind of sit back a little bit and it's on your wrists. It's definitely way easier to run. So now we've mulched this place that we're doing here 2 other times by hand before, and this job used to take about 3 days, maybe 4 days by hand. So we're gonna knock this thing out in 1 day. That's the goal here. That's the whole point of this. I will say these fin blowers are very expensive to rent. This unit was $800 for 1 day plus tax, and yes, so it's pretty much get it done in 1 day. Get everything you can get done in 1 day, no matter what. So that's what we did here. I actually used the old F350 to tow this because of the GVW on the blower is 14.5. So technically I'm not allowed to tow it with my F550 with a GVW of 17.5, putting me over 26,000 pounds. You would need a CDL, but I had to go back and get a load of mulch, so I ended up towing it with my dump, but I didn't see DOT out, but they would definitely fine you if they caught you doing that without a CDL. Plus, then they attack you with a medical card and any other violations that you have, which they didn't put a license plate on this trailer at all, which is a little odd to me, but apparently they haven't gotten any trouble at this rental place yet for not running a plate. So this blower has a little Yanmar turbo diesel engine. I think it's a 4-cylinder. I don't know. I didn't really look at it all that well, but it seemed to have enough power to do what we needed to do. I mean, I definitely gave this thing cut it a break by getting that triple shredded mulch. There's really no excuse whatsoever for it not to be able to blow that. I don't know that I would rent this and try to blow double shred ever again after the incident I had with the smaller unit. I mean, that was literally the most miserable day I think I've ever had. I think they actually added this plate right here. I think this is new. I think it helps it not clog up as often. That wasn't there on the 2-yard one that I rented. I guess they made some modifications to it because they must have been having so many issues. I should have called in and told them. I shouldn't have even paid for it, honestly, that rental. That was disgraceful. But these blowers are $70,000, so it's just a ton of money. You got to blow a lot of mulch to make your money back on something like that, and the maintenance is very high. But you see here how fast it can go. It goes pretty quick. That's definitely the time saver right here to get it down, and you know you got a short window to put mulch down, so this speeds things up a lot. I could see how this could help in tight locations too, like say you're in a courtyard or somewhere where you can't really get equipment in and out of. You could fish this tube right through a building inside even, and get that mulch out there pretty fast without making a mess. No wheelbarrows. I don't even have a wheelbarrow with me the whole day. The key is to just not stop blowing. You gotta have that thing blowing mulch non-stop. So the less times you shut it down, the faster you're gonna go, the better, faster it's gonna go, and that's the key. Just keep that thing pumping mulch out as fast as you can do it. Here I am pulling the truck up. I let the truck run for a minute in between. You don't want to just keep starting the truck and stopping it. That'll actually wear your battery down. You gotta let it recharge just a little bit. If you do start enough times in a row and shut it off immediately, or you will end up killing your battery. The other thing, dragging this hose, you can actually use a truck like I am here, but you can tell it puts stress on that hose. I guarantee they don't really want me doing that, but that's something Finn should make a modification to. They should reinforce right outside of the discharge so that you could do that more, because that saves a lot of energy using the truck to pull the hose up. I never did try heaping the mulch up very high. The most amount I put in, I think, was between 5 and 6 yards. You could probably fit 7 on this thing if you really wanted to, but I didn't want to push it because I just had such horrible experiences with these things clogging that you don't want to have it buried. It's all about getting the right angle on this thing. You don't want to blow the wrong way or fill your edge line up, or you fill their porch up, so you got to take some different angles, which means you got to move this hose constantly, and you don't want your nozzle guy doing. Alright, so it's 5:40. We got 24 yards down. I just went and picked up 8 more. I want to die right now. My feet are killing me. This is a long day. It's almost 6 o'clock, and we still got another 8 yards to go, so it's going to be a late one. Probably going to be out till 9 o'clock tonight blowing mulch, but I'm not about to pitchfork it. We're going to blow all this out, so it's going pretty good. Haven't clogged up one time. Haven't really had any issues, so this is my first 12-hour day of the season. So we're going to give it a go. Just keep going. Who cares? Screw it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Alright, well, let's finish this baby up. So I turned it down a little bit on this side so we could go a little thinner. It'll blow a little bit faster than this. Well, you can still see it's pretty quick. It fills these beds pretty fast. I'd say this is about half power. Kind of blows the mulch around that's already there and mixes it a little bit, which is kind of not cool, but I mean, you have that from time to time if you're trying to go light. In general though, I mean, getting around plants, easy. Get them in tight areas, easy.